Hello, and welcome back to Shamrock Talk, the internet's #1 mother-son Celtics podcast. I'm your host, Jake Olin, here once again in person with my mother, Karen Olin.
Go Celtics.
What's going on? We're back. Season 3.
Yeah.
Or 2.5. We started midway through, but Season 3, it's been a while. I think sometime summer. We took
June,
we've been slacking. Didn't really do summer league.
End of June.
We haven't even talked since the Drew trade, so.
Nope.
I think Porzingis was the last one. We talked after Porzingis.
Did we?
Yes. Yeah. But we haven't done the Drew trade. But we're back. Season
Smart.
3.
We did, yes,
we definitely did that one. Season 3, big things to come. And today we're starting off with a bang. Full preseason prediction podcast. We're doing Celtics. We're doing NBA. And yeah, let's get it started. So 3 preseason games down so far. I actually went to the first. Guess we should announce the pod. The family now has half-season tickets. So you'll be at a good chunk of games this year.
I will.
Nice seats. I was there, right there. It's
very exciting.
It'll be good. So we'll have some TD Garden watch. We'll get some crowd ratings. See what the fans are like this year. But first 3 preseason games. Anything jump out?
Oh, so excited for Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, he's
love
been
how
awesome.
hard that guy works.
He could have a big year either way.
How hard that guy works.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they signed him, and he's having a great preseason.
Yeah,
like just fun. And my hope for him is that they find a way to use him as a role player. He'll never be a starter, but he needs. They
have to.
Yeah, all the way through.
I think it actually speaks volumes that they kept him.
Yeah.
Through all because he was unhappy because he wasn't playing. I mean, as he should be, because he definitely, and there are teams that could use a guy like Peyton Pritchard. And so he's unhappy he wasn't playing. And through all these trades, they weren't going to sell him for pennies on the dollar. I think they kind of knew what they had.
Agreed.
And I think, third guard this year, I think.
Agreed.
He's going to get minutes for sure. So.
Yeah. I think they just messed up, not just with him, but with Grant Williams, just near Missoula, whoever. Messed up near the end of the playoffs where they started kind of getting rid of those bench players a little bit in their minutes and upped Tatum's and Jaylen Brown's, and I think a few people's confidence were shaken, like a Grant Williams.
But do you think so that could go into this year's roster construction? Because last year we were so deep, we had all these guys, but as you said, people weren't happy, they weren't getting the roles, and this year we said, let's just trade them all and get 2 real studs in here, and now we don't have that depth. There's clear, I would say 8 guys at the top.
Yeah, agreed. There's a couple kind of iffy, like I said, Brissett.
Yeah, but they're not really going to play, especially in the playoffs.
Does.
Maybe at the beginning of the year.
I think Brissett will be more of a...
Yeah, I mean, as guys are out, obviously you're going to need some guys to fill in, but he's not a guy that's going to be expecting a role, is the kind of the point. He's not... If he's unhappy, he'll be shipped off pretty quick.
Yeah, agreed.
So he's a guy that'll just be happy to be there, I think, hopefully. So yeah, I think that might have gone into the roster construction this year because you're not as deep, but you're really solid 1 through at least 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, agreed.
Other preseason thoughts.
So obviously the Jays, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown did not play a lot. The last 2 didn't play at all. Last 2, and the first one was. My hope, and I saw it a few times and while I was watching them play, is my hope is with Drew, they get away from either hucking up the 3 or 1-on-3, driving 1-on-3 players. Mm-hmm. And that there is better ball movement, which I've asked for 2 seasons in a row, better ball movement, better away from the ball movement to open them up at least a few times a game. Like, we need some good passing because... it's too predictable. Their way of playing is too predictable, as we saw in the finals. Yep. They're easy to defend. They're easy to defend and able to be shut down, especially Jason Tatum. Yeah. So my hope is with Drew, with Derek White, and with Porzingis that they're more easily able to score at times. Yeah. It won't all the time be that way, but they need to figure a few things out. Because if they do the same things they did last year, then I don't know how the other players are going to be used.
I wish they did a stat for a number of backdoor cuts. per team. We'd have none. We'd be last in the NBA.
Well, we had a few near the end there, but it's like
Jaylen Brown can do it once in a while. Some
one
guys.
per game, but that
We'd
stuff.
Still
You
be
watch the Miami Heat.
Yes, the Heat would lap us.
They move. They move. They pass. They're hard to defend.
Exactly.
That's why we got in trouble.
Yeah,
exactly.
You never know who's going to cut to the basket, make a nice pass.
Everyone knew what we were going to do.
Exactly.
Shut down Jason Tatum, and you have a good chance of winning.
Yep.
Slow down Jaylen Brown, you got a good chance.
Double him. He can't pass it fast enough. He barely gets it off.
So I'm hoping for those two that they elevate their game and the passing and the off-ball movement becomes better.
Agreed.
That's my hope for them. Drew Holiday, one of my favorites of all time.
He's awesome.
He is so good. I'm so excited.
Defensive menace.
He's the one that shut down Jason Tatum.
He's really just a better Smart.
He's the one that shut down Jason Tatum.
He's like a better Smart. He's menace defensively,
strong,
better decision maker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the best. He hucks up some threes every once in a while. You want to hide your eyes, but
19 points per game last year for the team.
Yeah, he's a tank.
He averaged 19
Even
points.
before the Celtics got him,
Yeah.
I was like skeptical of the Damian Lillard trade. I was like, it makes him a little better, but I think people were kind of exaggerating like how big of a lot or not. Factoring in how big of a loss Drew Holiday is.
Yeah, well, you did think when the Lillard trade, I'm like, who's going to play on Damian Lillard for our team? Who would guard Damian Lillard? That's a tough
Derek
one.
White, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but
you
now...
put one of the J's on him.
Drew Holiday on
it? Drew Holiday, exactly.
You're like, yes.
And Derek White.
Yeah, you're like, yes.
Throw Peyton Pritchard on him for 5-minute spurts.
Agreed.
You're in business.
Yeah, agreed. But I think I'm very excited about Drew Holiday. And like I said, I'm hoping that he meshes with the Jays and they figure that out. Because he's one that he'll take any role. He doesn't seem to complain very much. He doesn't seem to, and he will start. There was the commentators were like,
obviously he's going to start.
That's what I said. Yes. They're like, do you think he'll start? Who's going to start? Whatever. Even if he doesn't in the beginning of the season,
I was about to
he will start in the
come playoff time. He's going to be in there.
He'd have to be playing pretty poor.
Yes.
It would be a
real disaster. Something's going very wrong if he's not starting.
I think Derek White and Al Horford will be the rotating starters.
Correct.
I think depending on the game. And I don't think Al minds at this age. I think if he gets good playing time, he doesn't care whether he starts or not. I mean, maybe he does, but I think he's probably just happy to be there, and he'll be important in many games.
Yeah.
And Derek White, same thing. I think he's better off not playing with both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the game.
Derek
White. Him coming off like a Brogdon for us, where games where he's just our next spark and scorer.
Yeah.
So I hope he's happy with that because I think that's going to end up.
I mean, he'll have a bigger role than last year. I think.
Yeah.
He's the second.
Because I don't see how you start Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White all the time.
I think they're going to do that all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But
offensively anyway. Defensively I see it, but offensively it's just going to, I don't know. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Porzingis. What do you think?
Yeah, we talked about this one already, but I think
we hadn't seen him play.
Yeah, we both love Porzingis. He's if he can stay healthy and he can,
yeah, scoring
he's a menace.
I do think he looked really, really good. It's going to be interesting how he fits in.
Defensively is the real question because we're thin big-wise, especially defensively. You lose Grant Williams.
Yeah, that's defensively is a big loss.
Not getting any younger.
I liked Grant.
Agreed. He's just the guy you can put him on Embiid and Giannis and
go get beaten up, please.
Yeah, who
do we have that's gonna go get beaten
up? Not Porzingis.
No,
Al is not getting any younger. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. They're gonna have to find one more. I think before the finals, they're gonna have to find one more. Tice
would be awesome.
He would be
bring him back.
I love
bring him back.
Yeah. He would take those hits.
Yeah, that's what he did. He was the Grant Williams before Grant Williams, basically.
Agreed.
The German Grant Williams.
Yeah. They do need one more willing to put your body on the line kind of person.
He was the non-annoying Grant Williams. Just shut up and played, got bullied by the refs.
Actually got the back
bullied by the refs constantly and never said anything.
Still okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I won't miss that about Grant Williams. Chat with the refs,
All right, do you want to get into questions? I sent you some questions earlier today. And we can get into those unless you have anything else on your agenda.
Nothing overall about the Celtics. Super excited.
All right, first one. Already talked about this a little. Who's going to play more regular season games, Porzingis or Horford?
Believe it or not, I've said Horford.
You think Horford?
I think Horford will.
I said Porzingis, but it's really only a hope. I hope Porzingis plays 4 games.
Because he's coming off an injured year last year.
Yes.
And it's going to be interesting because I think that's the whole Rob Williams trade. I think they were iffy on whether he could stay healthy because I don't think he knew how to stay healthy. I don't think Rob Williams knew how to stay healthy. He was on the floor. He pushed his body when he shouldn't. He's that type of player. So I think they rolled the dice on Rob Williams not being able to play, and that's why.
So I've stated this on the podcast before. My Rob Williams theory for last year, because remember, I don't know if people remember going back to last year, he was a late scratch. He had the surgery.
Yeah.
And then, like, right as training camp was starting, they said he's not ready. Like, Woj came out with this announcement that he's not going to be playing for, like, the first half of the year, and everyone was kind of caught off guard because he had the surgery. My theory was he was not communicating with the Celtics about where his knee was at.
Yeah.
He came into training camp.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, I'm not good. And they were like, what? And they were kind of scrambling. So that was my theory with Rob Williams. So, yeah. I mean, just about the trust factor of how healthy he was going to be, I think, was also a factor. But Porzingis is no better. I mean, he's another guy that's constantly hurt. Yeah.
So that's why I said Horford. Not because I don't think Porzingis is valuable, but it's going to be interesting to see.
No, I don't think anything that's had with value. It had to do with, is Horford going to rest enough? Is Porzingis going to be healthy?
I think he has kind of figured out how to be healthy and how to you take those back-to-backs off you. I think they've sort of figured him out.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Did you see him take the hit? Al Horford take the hit defensively?
Yeah.
You were in the
preseason
last
game.
night in the preseason
he went straight up vertical and
he took the hit. You don't see him do that very often.
No, he's the one guy that should not be playing in the preseason.
That's what I said. Don't take that hit now.
Don't even play in the preseason.
But I think Horford will play more. I just think
he's
sort of figured it out.
So
we'll see.
That'll be a good one. All right, next one I had points per game, Porzingis or Holiday.
I said Drew.
I also said Drew.
I think he is going to figure out how to play with us faster than Porzingis is.
Yeah, that's fair.
For some reason, I think he is just going to, and that Porzingis has the ability, he could score more, but I don't know. I just think Drew is going to figure it out quicker, and I think...
Yeah, Porzingis, if he figures out correctly, is going to be more of an off-ball guy, I think, than Drew is.
Yeah.
Getting an open three off a kick out and kind of...
But that could go. I could be horribly wrong because he could be the person that feeds the Jays, and he could be the the
facilitator, and defensive guy, more than the.
So, but I, for some reason, think Drew is going to score more. That's why I put it on there. So we'll see.
All right, next one. Will Tatum go 30 points per game again, back-to-back years? I said yes.
30 points per game.
Yes.
You know what I said? I said, hopefully, no.
I knew you would. Yeah.
No. Because that's what gets us in trouble, right?
Yeah.
If he takes it all on himself, he's easy to shut down. Because then
ideally,
he hears,
it's more efficient
you are
three.
Up for MVP, so he's got to keep his numbers up, right? So I'm a no.
I'm going
to say no. Too easy to shut down. When he's that important in our offense, he's too easy to shut down.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping no.
He's the only player ever to do it in Celtics history in the season. So
then get shut down in the finals. How many times? Both. In the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Playoff final. Not shut down.
Hold on. He scored 50 points in Game 7.
Wait. Okay.
He's just streaky.
Yes.
He just disappears in moments.
Both playoff series, he did not play like he was in the regular season because they targeted him.
Correct.
Triple team, double team, because they knew who was going to score.
Yep.
And I think that's the problem with that. And then when he's shut down, we're scrambling elsewhere.
Which hopefully this year we're not.
Exactly. So I'm hoping he doesn't. Take it down to 25. I don't know.
Look at the assist numbers up,
Yeah. So I say no.
All right. I had it most minutes, but I actually want you to rank who's going to play the most minutes between the three white bench guys. Pritchard, Hauser, Cornette. Who's playing the most?
You want me to rank it?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Again,
most minutes.
PP.
I agree. He's probably going to play the most
I'm hoping.
this year.
So who are they?
Hauser, Cornette are the other two. Who's playing more minutes?
I think Hauser and then Cornette.
I have it the other way around.
You do?
I do. Cornette's going to have to play this year. We don't have any other bigs.
Does that make you feel good, though?
Yeah, I am actually a Cornette believer.
Yeah. I think, again, role. I just don't think high minutes. It's got to be come in and out in a short stint.
Well,
I don't know.
but going back to our first question, if Horford's not playing back-to-back, who gets those minutes? Cornet. If Porzingis gets hurt, who gets those minutes? Cornet. Yeah. He's going to play a role this year. He has to. So I think he's going to play more minutes than Hauser. That's my...
Well, there's also Banton. He's not quite as tall.
Yes, but no,
and then, like I said, Brissett. Those are two people that can come in and out.
But I'm just not sure those guys are going to be factors.
But hard to tell in preseason. I don't know. But anyway, I say PP, then Hauser, then Cornet. That's mine.
Yeah.
And I put 1, 2, 3.
I had Pritchard, Cornet, Hauser.
All right.
My last one, the big one. I guess the better way to frame it than I did in the question I sent you is this year championship or bust for Missoula?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes. The question I originally phrased was, if the Celtics do not win the NBA championship, is Missoula gone? And I agree. I think
it's a yes.
He's the first guy that the finger is going to be pointed onto this year. The roster's there.
Unless injury plagues us, then I think they'd give him another year. So I think if there is another...
It depends on how it was going pre-injury even.
Yes.
If we look like the clear favorites and someone gets hurt, sure.
Exactly.
But...
So unless something really throws us off...
Yes.
If we don't go as far as...
I think anything...
Not even championship. You think anything but a championship? We don't win a championship, he's gone.
I think so. He's the first guy people are going to point fingers at anymore. There's no roster excuses at this point. You have a stack... If these players aren't gelling 2 years in a row, I think he is gone.
You got to do something because you have Jalen with a huge contract. You know Tatum's got to get a bigger contract.
Yeah.
Depending on how they play. Big year for those guys, too. I mean, this year's a big year for both of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Because for Tatum, Tatum's got to perform to get his big contract. And then Jaylen Brown.
But they're both in long-term deals. So the finger's not going to be pointed at them. Because it can't be. Because
agreed. So yes, I think he's gone.
Yes.
What else do you do?
I think it's championship or bust. They showed clearly this year that if they were a game away from going to the championship, the finals this year, and they said we're turning over half the roster.
Williams. And Williams.
Yeah.
They
and
really
Brogdon. Did. They recycled half the guys that were playing.
Because I don't know. In the end, he had that other. He just did not play well.
Well, he was injured. Yeah. But yep. I think he's the guy.
Missoula's gone if they don't win a championship.
Yep. All right. Should we go full NBA?
Yep.
We ranked once again, second year in a row.
Let's answer them all first, and then you want to do the East and West first, or you want to?
Yeah, let's do East and West first.
Okay, we'll do it fast.
We ranked every team East West of how they're going to finish in the regular season. We also, totally forgot they have the in-season tournament this year.
Yeah.
So I haven't even looked up the rules for that, to be honest. Unprepared.
Yeah.
But
we can do that next.
Yeah, and we can once they start the tournament, we can do a little tournament breakdown for people. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. They did it to keep it going and be interesting.
Yeah, well, Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is obsessed with soccer, and they do all kinds of stuff like that, too. So that's
Yoda's cousin, Adam Silver? He looks like
Yoda's cousin.
I call him Yoda.
He's like super tall.
No, just his face. He looks like Yoda's cousin. He does!
Yoda's cousin.
I call him Yoda's cousin.
Oh, boy. All right, let's go. Let's do 1 through 6. Those are the guaranteed playoff spots.
Oh yeah, it's all. I'm just guessing.
Oh,
there have been so many trades, I can't even.
Yeah, I know the musical chairs and the East is hard.
Top 4.
The East is tough.
Yeah.
All right, so my top 6 in the East. I went Celtics, Cavaliers, Bucks, Heat, Magic, Knicks.
Wow. Okay.
Took some risks in these. I tried to make some bold predictions, keep it spicy. Didn't want to just go with, the typical answers.
All right.
Let's see what
top 6 for me.
Yep.
Celtics, Bucks, Sixers,
Okay.
Knicks, Magic, Bulls.
Okay. We're both big on the Magic. That's what I got about that. We both
Cavs. I think
you didn't have the Cavs.
No, that's 7. Cavs are 7. But I think those 3 teams are like on the cusp of.
Oh, I had Cavs at 2. I think they're gonna be really good this year.
I think they're on the cusp of really turning a corner.
But you had them low. They were the 4 seed this year. You have them
the Cavs
lower than last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think they're quite enough.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
I don't know. I do not see. And the Bulls, we're way apart. I have them way down. I think they're going to be
for some
really
reason.
bad
I don't
this
know.
year.
I think they've got some potential there to gel.
Yeah, couldn't disagree more there. I have them as a basement dweller. But once again, so we both had Celtics at 1, correct? I had Bucks at 3. I don't know. I don't think they'll value the regular season as much. So I think they might slip. I had Cavs, Heat. I had at 4. Were Heat not in there for you?
I had Heat 8.
Oh, sleeping on the Heat again.
I think the loss of those 2 players, Strus and Vincent, is going to be
You say this every year about them.
I
think
it's
they'll
gonna
be
big.
fine.
And age, and I don't know.
Yep.
I just Jimmy Butler's age.
And then we both had Knicks and Magic in there, right?
Yep. Knicks and Magic, 4 and 5.
Oh.
I think the Magic are going to be really good.
I like the Magic too.
I do too.
They whooped us a couple times last year.
To get a few things together.
They're young. They're good.
Yeah.
I'm high in the Magic as well.
And they're fun to watch. That's the team I'm talking about. Passing, and they're just fun to watch.
All right, so then we'll do the play-in teams.
Yes.
7 through 10. I had Sixers, who you're much higher on than I think the Sixers are going to fully implode this year.
I don't know.
Joel Embiid's going to force a trade if Harden forces out. I think it could be a real mess for them this year, but we'll see. So I had Sixers, Hawks, Nets, and then our Pistons sneaking in there.
I have Pistons.
I have faith still in our bad boys.
I have Cavs, Heat, Hawks, and Pacers.
Cavs, Heat, Hawks, and Pacers. So you don't have the Pistons.
I have the Pistons right there, though.
Right on the
there.
cusp.
Yeah.
Right again on the cusp, but not in there. Okay. So where do we differ top 10? I don't have Pacers. You don't have Pistons. I think other than that, we have the same.
Yeah.
Bulls. I don't have Bulls. So who snuck in there for me? Hawks. You didn't have the Hawks.
No, Hawks are up there, top 10.
Yeah. Okay. So Nets. Did you not have?
Nets, I do not have.
Okay. So that's where we differ. Top 10 playoff teams.
Nets,
Yeah.
I have Nets low.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to.
And then our basement dwellers, we can go through these quick. I had Raptors, Pacers, Bulls, Wizards, Hornets.
Pretty close. I had last 5 Pistons, Hornets, Nets, Raptors, Wizards.
Yep. So big discrepancies there. Just the Bulls, really. You're way higher on the Bulls than I am. I think they're not going to be. Lonzo's out again, and we'll see.
Might be back. You never know.
He's done. They already shut him down. Yeah.
Oh.
3rd straight year he's going to miss.
Oh.
His knee's a mess.
Yeah, that's too bad. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's tough. Apparently, he's still trying to get back, apparently, but 3rd straight year is crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty consensus. Wizards, Hornets are both going to be pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Raptors, probably not great. Yeah, that's your East. All right, so I guess I didn't ask, but who's going to win the East playoff time?
Celtics.
Of course, I also have the Celtics.
Yeah.
Got to have faith this year. Stacked roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I think come playoff team, Bucks, Celtics are pretty consensus top 2.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the Knicks do
That's what we said
something.
last year. And look,
the
the
Knicks
stupid
good.
zombie
They've
Heat.
got to figure it out, but the Knicks, I think, have a good. I don't know.
Yeah, they just don't have that guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they don't have...
High on the Knicks as well, but
Yeah.
not to beat us, but to be pretty high. They were my 4, but...
I have a Knicks player in one of our upcoming segments. All right, let's do West real quick. West is crazy. I mean, it is really the Wild West.
I don't know enough about
All right, top 6 for me. I had Nuggets, Kings, Suns, Warriors, Lakers, Thunder.
Yeah, we're different too. I had Nuggets, Grizzlies, Warriors, Mavericks, Suns, and Kings.
Okay. Yeah, so we differed.
Yeah, Mavericks
pretty
and
starkly.
Grizzlies. I had, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So 4 different there. My next playing games, I had just missing out the Clippers, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Mavericks.
I had Lakers, Clippers, Spurs, Timberwolves.
Ooh. Timberwolves I just had out, but Spurs, I think that would be a shock to me, but...
I flip a coin. The rest of them, I don't know.
Yeah,
it really... Like, is Zion back for the Pelicans?
Should be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of musical chairs.
Can Wembanyama pull it out for the...
I don't think they're going to limit his minutes this year, I think, and ease him into it more.
Yeah.
So
I don't know who's going to... The rest of these teams...
It's tough. So where did we differ there? I had the Timberwolves just missing out. And I had...
Yeah.
Who'd you have miss... you probably didn't
Lakers, Clippers, Spurs, and Timberwolves. So Spurs is the wild card.
Timberwolves. Yeah, but who do I have that you don't? Thunder and Pelicans?
Yep, I didn't have them up there.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Mavericks, I'm more just hoping. God, I have them at 10, just sneaking in.
I think Grant's going to push them.
Ugh.
He's going to push them through.
I just can't. I
believe in
feel
Grant.
so bad for Mavericks fans watching them for 82 games.
Something could click. Hope it doesn't. Because they got some... Kyrie's good.
Oh, I mean, they're both just
They can gel.
Yeah, but those guys don't gel. They're
Yeah.
just ISO guy. You know it's going to be my turn. Even worse than the Celtics is. I mean, we complain about the Jays, but compared to those two guys, oh my goodness, the ISO
Hopefully,
is just
I'm
painful.
hoping that Kyrie's,
Painful.
for his sake and for the team's sake, that he's seen his therapist this summer. And he says the therapist has told him you want to make the news based on how well your basketball team's doing,
Correct.
not other personal things. Like, come on. You're a basketball player being paid millions of dollars. Show up.
We're now at 3 fan bases that have talked themselves into that exact mindset.
Yes.
And it's just, yeah. All right, basement dwellers. For me, I had Timberwolves just missing out on the 10 slot. Jazz, Spurs, Trailblazers, Rockets.
I had Pelicans, Jazz, Thunder, Trailblazers, Rockets.
Yes, we had pretty consensus bottom 2 in both conferences, I think.
Yeah.
A couple differences.
Again.
But yeah, exactly. This
I
was
have no
tough.
idea.
This was the toughest year that, like, in a
For
while.
all of it, to
Yeah, I
predict.
was like, what?
Yeah.
Looking today,
Everything's
I was like
changed.
switching them up. I was like, I forgot teams. It's. I feel like last year there was like, I don't know, it was just a pretty consensus kind of top, and now both conferences is crap. The West, I mean, I could see a lot of.
I'm
those
excited
teams.
to kind of watch some other teams now. Like I want to see the Bucks with Lillard. I want to see how
Yeah,
that goes. I
it's
got to
gonna
watch
be
a couple of
interesting.
those games. I want to see the Grizzlies with Marcus.
You're higher on the Grizzlies than me too.
Well, only
Ja's out.
Yes.
I've never been a Ja fan though. I've never been a real Grizzlies fan.
Well, I'm not. I think they're young and fun,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
just wish if they could kind of reel him in. Again, they've got some great talent.
Yeah, I agree.
Then you put, like I said in the previous podcast, you put Smart in there with a little more experience and hopefully a calming effect
Mm-hmm.
for all these young, good players. And I hope they figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Ja figures it out. Like, that's just sad. A sad way to use your talent and miss out. You know.
All right, who's winning the West come playoff
Nuggets.
time? I have the Nuggets too.
I mean, same team.
Yeah. I mean, the Nets, the Suns are obviously
Yeah.
those 3 guys. Beal now.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But I agree. Nuggets.
Skeptical again with the Suns. I don't know. Can they pull it together? I mean,
No, they don't really have a bench. Not very deep. They
Mm-hmm.
just traded Ayton. Interesting.
yeah. Not that they don't have some talent. But can they
It's a
pull
good
it
top
together?
3, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the awards. We're not going to do 6-man because who knows who's going to be a 6-man.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
that's
yeah.
We're going to do MVP, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Most Improved.
Okay.
Let's start with MVP. Speaking of the Nuggets, I had Jokic.
You did.
Again.
Yeah.
His 3rd MVP. I heard a ridiculous stat today, actually, when I was researching for this. Jokic last year in the playoffs was the first player ever to lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah.
He led the whole playoffs in
he's
points,
amazing.
rebounds, and assists.
He
I
is
was like,
amazing to watch. That team at the end of the year was the most fun
Unbelievable.
team to
Yeah.
watch I've ever seen. Because you know what he's going to do. That's the whole thing.
Throw it over his head or take the
passing
three. It's
ability that needs to come to our team
Yes.
so that he can set Jason Tatum and
Exactly.
Jaylen Brown up.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen, and he can score it well on his own.
Yes.
So
hit the 3.
he is a threat.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Calm.
Yes.
Decisive.
Calmest guy you've ever seen.
And
any situation.
And his team knew how to play with him.
Yes.
They knew how to cut. They knew,
Yep. So I don't know. I couldn't think of anyone. I was like,
Yeah.
I was reeling for new
chance.
names, and then
Damian
I was like,
Lillard. I took a chance.
Really?
And I said, he's a very...
That's a
there's
good- that's a
chance.
good shout.
Yeah. He is a great player. He's in a new,
Mm-hmm.
environment now. And who knows? He could shine there. He
yeah.
could potentially be...
My only counter argument would be Giannis kind of outshining him.
It's
giving
going to be
credit
interesting.
to
And if
him.
he does...
That's the issue I had.
If they do that tug of war,
That's
then
exactly
they're not going to be good.
Correct.
Right?
Well, no, I don't even mean that. I mean, a lot of times, like in MVP conversations, players are discounted because they have like guys playing. Like I wanted to put Tatum, but I was like too many guys and too many things around him that other people give other guys credit for.
Yeah.
So it's hard when you have another kind of top tier player to be the MVP. But no, it's a good guess. You probably get good odds on that.
Jokic should have had it last year. Personally,
me too.
His numbers is whatever. They just couldn't because he had. But I think is.
Yeah. I think they'll give him another one this year.
Player.
No one else really stood out to me, and I was like, he's just.
No, I just took a chance. I think Damian Lillard might have a fantastic year in a new environment with a good team, and who knows? And I think Giannis wants to win another championship, so
of course.
I think he'll be a little more giving with Lillard than he has in the past.
All right, Rookie of the Year. No, you're not much of a prospects guy, but
sort of. Did a tiny bit of research, and because I like the Pistons, I picked Osar Thompson. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, he's a twin brother.
Osar Amon.
What?
Amon Thompson.
Yeah. I don't.
So Osar Thompson. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Throwing it out there. Just going for it.
Well, like you said, Wembanyama might not play a lot. So even the big names, that's hard. I think it's hard.
So I went number 2 overall pick, Scoot Henderson. I think they traded Dame, and now
Isn't he the tiny skinny guy though?
No, he's like he's built. Oh. He's shorter guard, but he's not a skinny guy.
Yeah. There's another guy that was up there as well.
Yeah, no, he's built.
So anyway,
mine. I think for him it just comes down to opportunities. They have nobody like. Yeah. He's just gonna have the ball in his hands a lot. I think.
Yeah.
And I think he's, from what I've seen, looks like he's gonna be a solid player. But yeah, that is to be seen. Coach of the Year.
Mazzulla.
Me too.
Come on,
Maz. We need you. Exactly. We said he's got to win a championship, but we got to win the championship.
Go big or go home. And he was up there last year. He was. Yeah. So I agree. Go big or go home.
This year,
Mazzulla. Mm-hmm. Or my second choice would have been Nick Nurse, and that's kind of the reason that I put the Sixers so high.
Yeah.
Is because I don't know. There's something about Nick Nurse that I
agree. He's a good coach. I don't know why they fired him.
He
lost the locker room last year, but
could figure out the Sixers.
I just think there's poison in the well in Philadelphia. There, I think
he could figure the Sixers out. I think he's got that attitude.
The way I see the Sixers going is James Harden just pouts.
I don't know what's going to happen with him. He said he's never going to play. He's that type of player.
He's going to play.
Yeah. Whoa.
He wants the check.
He'll show up with the shirt on, but will he play?
Correct. But no, he's gonna like. Will he be effective, or will he just phone it in? But then I think Embiid is just gonna be like, I mean, give me a break.
Well, that's kind of why I think Embiid really wants to win. So I think he's open to listening and trying and figuring things out. So I think Nick Nurse is a good coach.
So the rumbling.
I'm not writing.
So the rumbling is now Joel Embiid, I believe it's his former agent, is now in the Knicks front office. And so things don't go well in Philly. He's going, hey, Joel, we got a little bit of... Yes.
He could fit in with the Knicks.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think an unhappy Joel Embiid could lead to him being like, this just didn't work. I mean, look at the Celtics, look at the Bucks. We just don't have the pieces. And could be some calls to blow that whole thing up. But
I don't know. I think one more year.
Faith and then I do.
I think one more year. And I think Harden has to be sort of written out. He's either got to have a good attitude or he's got to be written out.
Yeah, but...
And I mean...
that whole situation could just drag them all down.
Yes.
Really could.
Yeah.
All right.
Last one.
Most improved. This is the interesting one, I think.
Banchero.
Yeah. I thought about him. My only issue is how many he averaged 20 points a game last year.
I know. Well,
so it's like how
21.
Well, how much improvement can you do if you're already 21? Really good? Let's see.
He's so good.
He's really good.
He's so good.
No, I thought about him, but I was like, he's already too good to get most improved. But maybe he'll take another step. He's definitely
so good.
Yeah. What did he average last year?
So fun to watch. And I don't know, just gets the job done.
We're both high on the Magic.
I love his attitude.
We both whiffed on the Pistons. We should have been on the Magic. We hopped on the Pistons bandwagon.
Well, I think they're all going to be interesting. Like I'm still, like I said, you're not high on the Bulls, but I think there are I think the Cavs, Magic, Pistons, Bulls, I think they are.
But if you look at them like a stock, when we were buying low, we should have been buying Magic when we were buying Pistons.
Yeah.
We just
we
missed that bandwagon. I think they're going to be good. Yeah, he averaged 20 a game last year.
Yes.
My sixth man, or my most improved, Emmanuel Quickly, Knicks. I think he's really good.
He is really good.
He killed us in that overtime game last year.
Yeah.
He looked good in the preseason.
What were his points per game?
That's a good question.
They were pretty high.
Maybe not. He could be sixth man too, because it looks like he may come off the bench. But
he did last year, wasn't he? In the running for sixth man last year?
Was he?
Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he was.
Maybe he was. I think it looks like 14 a game last year.
Yeah, he killed us. He was good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
And I think we're both a little higher on the Knicks as well. I think
the Knicks, like I said, put Embiid or somebody on there, and they're going to be good.
Could be a force.
They've got
Trade
some
Embiid
talent.
for
They've
Julius
just got
Randle.
They got to fit. Well, Julius Randle could be good. He's just got.
Oh yeah, but you have to trade some pieces for him.
His head out like he is.
But you have to trade some pieces to get Embiid. So he'd probably be the main candidate to go. I'm not sure how interested Philly would be in that, but
yeah.
All
right.
That's it. I didn't put NBA champion because we're both going to pick the Celtics.
Yes, Celtics.
So I didn't even put that one in there.
Celtics.
But that was our predictions.
So I hope the Jays play in some of these preseason. I don't understand.
I just don't care. Why?
I do only because even if it's 5 minutes, the first and second, like a few minutes, just to get the passes and a feel for Drew Holiday.
But the regular season's so long.
Figure out what they're going to do.
You're going to have
I just start off with wins. Because we typically.
If Tatum has the most minutes in the league again and he's exhausted in the playoffs, I'm going to be like,
well, 5 minutes.
Why did you play?
5 minutes.
But then just play him in the regular season. I don't know. It makes it more fun. I get that, but I don't know. I would be fine with everybody sitting the rest of the preseason, to be honest.
No, 5 minutes.
But I can do 5 minutes.
Yeah. 5 minutes, couple quarters, 10 minutes total. Have fun. Cheer your team on.
Well, that was all on the agenda. Anything else you got for a big preseason blowout? I'll try to throw
Sunday night.
Yes, we're going to be a weekly show now, people.
Yes.
Sundays, I think we're going to record. It'll be out Monday morning. If you're commuting Monday morning,
probably not this
Shamrock Talk on the. No, we don't need to do this. Sunday's starting regular season.
Yeah.
We made a lot of commitments that we haven't. Yeah. Owned up to, but this one we're really going to try. Sunday afternoons probably record.
We had so much success last season that for a while there was just so much success we didn't have a lot to talk about. It's much better when you have something really to complain about.
That's what I thought this podcast was going to be, was you ranting and raving about how it was a dark time when we started this podcast.
Yes, it was. They turned it around that year too.
Exactly. Yeah, really, as soon as we started this podcast, the Celtics have been very good ever since.
Yeah.
But yeah, big year for Shamrock Talk. I'm getting the website done this year. That's coming. We're getting merch done this year. We're looking for sponsors. Jack's Abbey, if you would like to, they're now the unofficial sponsor. And they always say official sponsor. Well, now we have unofficial sponsors.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Jack's Abbey is the unofficial sponsor of Shamrock Talk.
Yeah.
If they want to become the official sponsor, talk to me. It does not cost very much, like 2 6-packs.
Found it a tasty.
We'd advertise for the whole
light
year.
ale.
Yes. You give us 2 more 6-packs of these, the whole rest of the year is on. You are now the official sponsor. That's all it takes.
2 6-packs.
That's all it takes. Give me 2. I'll be tooting the horn. We're right down the road. The brewery's right there. Give the locals a little break here. But I think that'll do it for the preseason blowout. We are officially back.
Woo!
I'd say we'd probably get one more before regular season.
Yeah, maybe talk about the
quick one or something.
Post, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how much there's to say. But for now, this has been Shamrock Talk, and we're out.
Go Celtics.
Follow us everywhere. Forgot that. Not in preseason form. Follow us. I'm going to get the social media going. We're getting clips going. Twitter. We're going to do a TikTok. We got to get on. Neither of us are on TikTok. We're so old at this point. Goodness. But we're going to get on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I'm going to be on TikTok. I'm going to get it all.
Yes. Maybe we'll make you a TikTok and I can stay on. I can do the rest and you can do the TikTok. I'm going to be on TikTok. That would be good, actually.
So cool.
But yeah, follow us everywhere. YouTube. We're going to be posting more this year.
Facebook.
Content is going to be cranking. Now we're done.
Go Celtics.
Go Celtics.